You know, you don't really talk about last year all that much in sports, except for when you do, and this is one of those times we're going to talk about it. Mountain Crest and Skyview was one of the best games all year last year. We had it for you right here on the Valley Channel. Came right down to the final plays of the ball game, and Skyview squeaks out the win. Thought these two teams were going to meet in the state title game. It didn't work out that way, but now they're back on the gridiron together at Skyview. The Bobcats playing host to the Mountain Crest Mustangs. In the last 10 games, Skyview has won 5. Mountain Crest has won 5. The thing is, what have you done for me lately? Skyview's won 5 in a row. Mountain Crest hasn't won against Skyview for 5 years. So, this is number 11. Who's going to win this one? Who's going to go ahead in that rivalry? And will Skyview stay unbeaten in region play with a big contest against Logan next week? Stick around for the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel and find out.
At Ultra, we don't believe in limits, or telling runners they can't, or it's not possible. That's why we dared to make shoes with a foot-shaped toe box, and gave runners zero-drop technology so that runners could say goodbye to limits too. Ultra invites you to experience the difference everyone's talking about with zero risk. Love your run or send them back within 30 days, no questions asked. Get your pair today at ultrarunning.com. Ultra, zero limits.
You know, we're going to talk about this tonight, at least I am, so I'm going to ask you about it. One of the best games last year that we did was Mountain Crest Skyview, and it's a big rivalry, so you got a taste of that last year. Tell me from an outsider's, now an insider's point of view, I guess, what you think about all that.
Now, what happened last year? No, I'm just kidding. That was a long time ago for us. Excuse me. That was a long time ago for us. Mountain Crest is a well-coached team. They're tough physical team, so it's going to be a big game for us. They lost one game in region. We're undefeated right now, so I'm excited about it. This is what you know, I think I said the same thing last year when we envisioned this region. I think this is what you envision, these big games every Friday night around the valley, and everyone could come and enjoy it, you know. And so what I expect tonight is going to be a battle. It's going to be a 4-quarter game.
5-0, and you guys have already had your share of adversity. You know, you've had players missing and had to kind of fill things in, and a lot of kids that graduated. You know, how 5-0 looks great, but what do you think as you look at the scorecard?
Well, every game presents its own challenges, and what I think is these kids have come together in a different way. We're winning in a different way than we did last year. We're winning with special teams. We're winning with some defensive plays at times. Offense is still coming together with the new quarterbacks and different guys in different spots, and so we're excited about where we are. We'd rather have our problems than some other people's problems, but we're coming along, and we got to continue to get better every week.
How do you slow Brady Hall down?
You know, how do you slow down, you know, Michael Jordan, right? They asked it. So what you try to do is we try to just limit him as much as we can and take our opportunities when we can. So if we could get them into downs that are predictable, long down, second and long, third and long, that we can open up our playbook a little bit, then we'll have a chance to slow him down. But I think tonight for us is going to be, he's going to make some plays that you're going to go, no way, how could we do that? But we got to try to limit all the other guys as well.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to have you guys here.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley specialist for 60 years. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herm's Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive. so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years. Hello everyone and welcome to Smithfield, Skyview High School, the site of tonight's game of the week on the Valley Channel. Mountain Crest and Skyview. Skyview comes into this game ranked number 2 in 4A. They are 5-0. They open region play with a come-from-behind victory at Bear River last week. Mountain Crest is 3-2, and they lost a heartbreaker to Ridgeline, losing for the first time ever to the River Hawks last week in a whale of a ball game that went into overtime. 2-point conversions played a big role in that game. Well, it's about quarterbacks tonight. For Skyview, how many quarterbacks will we see? Mason Falslev, as Skyview's won the toss and they will receive. Mason Falslev's your starting quarterback, but he can do so many things so well, it wouldn't be a surprise if we saw some other quarterbacks like the junior, probably not the sophomore, but the junior, Tate Ballard, may get some playing time tonight for Skyview. Skyview's defense has been rock solid. Their special teams have been rock solid. And their offense is good enough to get them to 5-0 and ranked number 2 in 4A in the state. For Mountain Crest, last week they lose to Ridgeline 29-28. Brady Hall, the offense starts, ends, and everything in the middle with him. 95 yards rushing, only 86 yards through the air. He had 2 passing touchdowns and a touchdown on the ground. He did throw an interception. But Ridgeline, they had a touchdown and a 2-point conversion late in that game to send it into overtime. Ridgeline scored first and then Mountain Crest matched, but they failed on their 2-point game winner attempt. Instead of just kicking the PAT and going to a second overtime, they went for the win and they failed on that 2-point conversion. And so Mountain Crest loses that game after winning back-to-back games against Stansbury and Box Elder. If you look at this series, it's a close series. In the last 10 games, Skyview's won the last 5. Mountain Crest won 5 in a row before that. And the average score of that game, Mountain Crest has averaged about 24 points. Skyview's averaged about 25. So it is a close rivalry over the last 10 years. And tonight, I don't really think it will be much different tonight. I think we'll see a lot of defense tonight. And wouldn't be surprised to see this a low-scoring game. Skyview with a big game next week against Logan, looking to stay undefeated. Possibly a game of 2 undefeateds next week here on the Valley Channel. But this one's first. Mountain Crest will kick off. And Skyview is dangerous in their return game. Caleb Christiansen and Tyler Stokes. Christiansen, 5 returns for touchdowns in his career. The state record is 6. He's already had a couple this season. And Mountain Crest makes the stop. Short of the 40-yard line, and Schroeder with the stop. It's at the 37, so pretty good starting field position for the Skyview Bobcats. And Mason Falslev. He'll have Stokes behind him. Sharp-looking uniforms, but it's hard to see those light blue numbers. And they send Hansen in motion. And they keep it on the ground on first down and a pickup of about 5 to Stokes.
Brought down by number 33, Elijah Jackson. 25 on play, 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats.
2nd and 5. As they spread it out, 3 wide receivers to the near side. Falslev's going to throw. Inside look. Ball's free. Picked off. We're going the other way. Mountain Crest with their 18th interception of the season. 18 picks in 5 games and not even 2 minutes.
Number 33, Elijah Jackson.
Coming up with its number 33, Elijah Jackson, the sophomore. Falslove hit his receiver right in the numbers, and then he was hit immediately. The ball kind of squirted up onto his shoulder, and Jackson just took it off of his shoulder and went the other way with it. So here's Brady Hall. Hall's going to pitch to Jace Dart, back from a hand injury, trying to get to the corner, and he gets short yardage before he's finally bounced out of bounds. He had a hand injury. He had a big cast on last week. This week he doesn't look like he's wearing it.
Second 6 for the Mustangs.
Dart picks up 4. For the Mustangs, it's nice to have him back. Somebody in the backfield that can take some of the load off of Brady Hall. Tight formation, and Dart's in the backfield. They're going to hand to Dart right up the middle. He's tripped up down about the 15-yard line. Gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Tripled by number 52, Jackson Bird.
Caleb Swenson, I think, was the guy in motion for that, the lead blocks. As Olsen, number 7, comes into the ball game. Fuller's going to be in the backfield. Here's the give to Schroeder. Schroeder got the first down. He's down near the 10-yard line. See where they spot him. They're going to spot him at the 11. He's got the first down by a yard. So Schroeder on 3rd down. Picks up the first down. And the Mustangs will be able to pick up another first down inside the 5 if they need it. Ball on about the 11-yard line. Baldwin. It looks like Fuller split wide to the left. Hall's going to keep, and he's in trouble. Down he goes. He pulled that from Fuller. Probably should have kept, or probably should have let him have it, because there was nothing for him. Good defense there by the Bobcats. And a 3-yard loss for Brady Hall.
Number 29, Hunter Lewis, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13 for the Mustangs.
Hall can beat you with his legs. He's kind of hot and cold with the arm. He can beat you with the arm. He's had a lot of younger guys growing into roles this year. Last year, he had the luxury of a lot of seniors and some explosive playmakers around him. He's had some younger guys that are trying to grow into their role. Here's Hall looking. He's got a man in the end zone that's being double covered, so he brings it down and hustles his way down to about the 7. Pickup of 8. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
87 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Hall looks to the sideline. Fuller's going to stay on. Olsen's going to leave. 2 came on and 1 left. Let's see if the Mustangs have enough players. Too many. They have to hurry. Hall's in trouble. Down he goes. And they hurried to the line and tried to just go off tackle with Hall, but there was nothing doing. I don't know if they meant to hurry or if they were worried about the time. The back judge wasn't counting. And that one, yeah, maybe you tear that one out of the playbook.
4th and 12 for the Mustangs.
So it's 4th and 12 after the loss. Loss of about 5, and the long field goal is good. Mountain Crest takes the early lead on a 30-yard field goal. 3-0. Mountain Crest over Skyview. 7.
I'm a new mom, so of course I did research on everything. I really wanted things to be a certain way, and they helped make that happen. They did a great job of keeping us comfortable and cared for, but the best part was being able to make my own choices, all leading up to this moment, the one I'll never forget.
Before your moment arrives, choose a health plan that partners with the Mountain Star Healthcare Network.
Not bigger, just better.
Back at Skyview High School, 7:39 to play in the first period. Eric Wilson along with you. The Mountain Crest leads 3-0. Kickoff to Stokes and Christensen. We talked about Christensen. He's already had 2 kicks returned for touchdowns, a 97-yarder versus Stansbury, and a 98-yarder versus Bear River, and they're not going to give him a chance. This one's going to go out of bounds. And Mountain Crest says, fine, you can have it at the 35. It's better than a 97-yard kick return for a touchdown. So the turnover leads to 3 points. The Skyview defense not letting Brady Hall get started. They've caught him for losses of 3 and 4 yards. And he did have 1 run for 8, and that was more on a scramble. He was trying to throw. Had limited receivers out in the pattern. He was looking in the back of the end zone for a guy dragging across, but he was double covered, so then he tucked it. He ran, got it down about the 8, got hauled down for a loss, and then they kicked the field goal. 29-yarder. Here's Falstaff. Give up inside to Stokes. Somebody around his ankles hauls him down after a gain of 3.
Number 22, Tanner Stokes on the carry. Brought down by number 50, Thomas Hansen. Maybe 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 for the Bobcats.
So I don't know how it'll go officially for Falstaff if that turnover's an interception, because his receiver caught it, and then he kind of had it knocked away, and it was sitting on his shoulder, and then grabbed by the defender as Falstaff's in trouble. Falstaff gets out of 1 tackle, not the 2nd. Hauled down out of bounds after a short gain. He gained 2. He'll probably go down as a fumble on Skyview's last possession. It's 3rd and 5 now for the Bobcats. Mountain Crest has been sporadic offensively, but defensively they've been pretty solid this year. They gave up 35 points to Wasatch, 29 to Ridgeline, and Mountain Crest is offsides. And the last time we saw Mountain Crest, we did see that a couple of times. They gave up some cheap penalties, which is what's happened here. A couple of times against Box Elder, they jumped offsides. And that's a 1st down. And that's how aggressive the Mustangs are. They want to get after that quarterback. 18 quarterback sacks. Pretty good run that time by Stokes for 7.
On the play, 2nd and 3 for the Bobcats.
I misspoke earlier on the turnovers. I said it was 17 turnovers, 17 interceptions. No, they've got a handful of interceptions. They've got 17 sacks. Old eyes looking at small lines. Here's Stokes as they go to some power football. The Bobcats needed 2, they pick up 3.
Number 6, Mayor Vito, the first to get there. 8 and 4 on the play. That results in another Skyview.
So going back to all those sacks from Mountain Crest, that's why you don't really want to have to send the Skyview quarterbacks back and throw the ball around the yard much, because they'll be running a lot. 4 wide receivers, Stokes in the backfield with Falstaff. Falstaff, nice pocket by his offensive line, and the catch made for 3 yards. Let's see who it was.
Pass complete to number 26, Carson Franks. Brought down by number 23, Hunter Schroeder. 8 and 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 for the Bobcats.
3-yard gain, it's 2nd and 7. Ryder Lundahl was a questionable game time decision tonight. Number 24, we haven't called his name yet. Here's the give inside to Stokes. Running room, he's into the secondary. Down to the 20-yard line, the 30-yard line. He's got 11 yards and a first down.
Number 22, Tyler Stokes on the carry, brought down by number 22, Jace Dart. And that results in
Dart on the tackle.
Skyview.
It looks like Lundahl's in there right now. So he's going to be the receiver split wide to the right. Stokes at the tailback, 3-0 Mountain Crest, 4:40 to play in the first period. They give it to Stokes again. What they're doing is they're handing to Stokes, and then Falslip's taking a step back like he still got the ball. He even goes with the fake pass follow through to see if he can just freeze the linebacker for a second. 3-yard gain for Stokes. 32 yards on 6 carries for Stokes thus far.
Brought down by number 44.
Stokes 529 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry, 7 touchdowns coming into this game. Falslip throwing the slant, a little bit behind his receiver. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Pass falls incomplete. Pass intended for number 13, Dave Carver. Number 3,
Carver,
down on the defense.
the intended receiver. Skyview offense looks to the sideline. They've converted 1 3rd down tonight, and they've only had 1 3rd down, and that was a conversion via penalty. 3rd and 7. Mountain Crest, 7 in the box. Falslip's going to keep it, nowhere to go. And the Mustangs can defend, and Jace Dart's one of the better defenders on this team. In fact, it's a loss of a yard for Falslip. So does Skyview try a field goal of their own, it'd be a 40, probably about a 45-yarder from here. And they're kind of in that territory where you go ahead and go for it. 4th down and 9. 3.5 to play in the first period. Fast-moving first period, and the Mustangs of Mountain Crest leading Skyview 3-0. Fake the give. Falslip steps up, looking for the end zone, and he throws it too far. And the Mustangs will take over. He was looking for Aller. Aller had a step. But Falslip threw it about 2 yards out of his reach. And the Mustangs take over. After Skyview had marched down to the 29-yard line of Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest with their 2nd possession, leading 3-0. 3:17 to play in the first period. Ridgeline and Logan tonight. It's a score we'll be keeping an eye on. Logan trying to go to 6-0 for the first time in 5 years. Skyview, of course, they're 5-0. They started 11-0 last year. Two wide receivers, tight end and a halfback. For Mountain Crest, they show a run, look, and they pass out of it. Hall's pass falls incomplete.
Hall's pass falls incomplete. Number 11, Scott Morris in the defense. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
Hall's first attempt of a pass in this game, and it comes with 3:13 to play in the first period. Mountain Crest 2nd and 10, leading 3-0. Ball on their own 29-yard line. Too wide, again they show that run formation. Here's the stretch to Fuller, excuse me. Fuller picks up about 3. So it'll be 3rd down.
Third down by number 29, Hunter Lewis. Number 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs.
Mountain Crest looking at a 3rd and 7. Leading 3-0. Skyview the 5-man rush, keeping Hall in the pocket. Now he breaks it, finds a man right at the sticks. First down and more as Fuller makes his way up to the 49-yard line.
False pass complete to number 4, Trey Ford. Number 82, Tony Torres.
18 yards on 3rd and long. And Hall keeping the play alive with his feet. And then slinging it downfield. Fuller just sat down there in a open spot. He was about a yard shy of the sticks. All he had to do was catch it and turn upfield. And then he gained about an extra 10 yards as the defense was nowhere to be seen. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to pitch. Ball's free. Fuller can't find it. Lots of Bobcats there. Skyview picks up the turnover. Fumble picked up by Skyview, and they're going to have it at the 31-yard line. Mountain Crest had it up near midfield, and then they turn it over, running that pitch. Boy, they Hall had belly deep, and Fuller was a lot deeper than him, and Hall gave the pitch to him, and Fuller just didn't handle it. I don't know that it was going to go anywhere anyway. Skyview, their front five's coming through that offensive line on running plays like they're not even there. Still 3-0 Mountain Crest. They hand off to Stokes. He picks up a yard. A minute and a half to play in the first period. 3-0 Mountain Crest. Skyview trying to take advantage of the Mustang turnover. Mountain Crest on the board because of a Skyview turnover. Caleb Christensen in the ball game as a receiver. He's on the far side along with Cole Smith and one other Bobcat. Falsliff's going to throw the little tunnel screen, and it's dropped. That's not a fumble. Everybody's jumping on it, but that's an incomplete pass. There's a little bit of blocking out there in front, but one of the Mustangs, I think it was Schroeder, had really knifed through. It was probably going to bring down the intended receiver before he could really get anything going. It's 3rd and 9. It was Jackson that was out there for Mountain Crest that was going to blow that thing up. Falsely got time. Now he's looking. Back of the end zone. Has a man. A little bit too tall. Olson's there to break it up. Good opportunity for the Bobcats, and the catch isn't made. And now Skyview 4th and 9. 1:03 to play in the first quarter. Spread look with 5 wide receivers on 4th and 9. See if they run those receivers off and then let Falsliff try to pick it up with his feet. Now they move one back into the backfield. Falsliff's going to throw. Underneath, has a man, can't pull it in. Boy, his man was running a slant. He had all sorts of room. And he couldn't pull it in. It was Malik Horman. And so they turn it over on downs again to the Bobcats. With 1 minute to play in the first period, it's 3-0 Mountain Crest. The Mustangs have the ball again. They dodge the bullet after the turnover. Thought this might be a low-scoring defensive game. Well, that's what it's looking like so far. Of course, that's what it looked like last week, Ridgeline and Mountain Crest. And then all of a sudden it kind of blew up late in that one. Baldwin to the near side, a receiver to the far side. 2 tight ends. Hall's going to keep it. Not much. Boy, one of the defensive linemen on the back side came through so fast. He was in the backfield almost as soon as the ball was there. Hall picks up 2.
Down by number 25, Jacob Zollinger.
And he took a wallop.
82 on the play, 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs.
25 seconds left in the quarter. Hall's got 5 yards on 4 carries. $17 yards rushing for Mountain Crest. Hall gets walloped again, this time just as he hands it off. Skyview is getting penetration like nobody's business. 2 more yards for Jace Dart. 3 carries, 9 yards for Dart. That's the end of the first period. Mountain Crest with a 3-0 lead at Skyview as we head for the second.
So hot. Hey, hottie.
Looking hot.
Me hot. You're hot.
Your bod is so hot.
Your bod? So hot.
So hot. You guys want to grab something hot from somewhere totally hot?
That sounds so hot.
So hot.
And that's why I don't like gyms.
Well, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, just $10 a month. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
This has not been an offensive show, that's for sure. Really didn't think it would be. Skyview defensively really working to shut down the run, and they are finding some lanes. They're in the backfield a lot. But Mountain Crest has a 3-0 lead thanks to a turnover early. Skyview able to turn Mountain Crest over once, but they couldn't convert. Mountain Crest 2 of 3 on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 6. Hall has a man. Catch made, but running the wrong way is his receiver.
Hall's pass complete to number 44, Darren Bridges.
Boy, they're going to give him the. They're going to give him the.
That results in a Mustang first
forward
down.
Progress. About 8 yards. It was 3rd and 7. It's a first down. It's 44 who is not on my roster. Logan's leading Ridgeline 7-0 early. Green Canyon leads Bear River 7-0. Both of those games early on. Hall looking for a screen. Waits, sniffed out, and Hall down for a loss. Dart loses a yard.
Brought down by number 29, Hunter Lewis.
Hunter Lewis, he saw that all the way, came in, and how often do you see that, especially in high school, but you even see it on the pro levels. You'll have 3 linemen out there, you got to set up perfect. Those linemen all turn around and one defender runs in between them all. Nobody touches him and makes the play. One defender that sniffs it out and comes up so fast they just can't react. Hall straight back over the middle. Has his man again for a gain of 10. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Hall's pass complete to number 44, Darren Bridges. Getting 10 on the play, 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs.
Mountain Crest quickly up to the line, trying to catch Skyview not ready. This is going to depend on the spot as Hall kept it. He gave him 2 yards.
That results in a Mustang first down. Brought down by number 2, Logan Herm.
Mountain Crest will do that. They'll change up the pace. They'll take their time like they are right now, and then they'll get a short yardage play and they'll hurry it up. And they did that earlier down in scoring position. And a short play, but it didn't work out for him that time. Seven in the box as they give it to the first man through. The pile moves. 4-yard gain. I believe that was Schroeder.
Hunter Schroeder on the carry. Brought down by number 53, Hunter Larson.
Hunter Larson with the stop.
Getting 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Mountain Crest now in Skyview territory. between the 43 and 44-yard line. 9:10 to play in the first half. Mountain Crest leads 3-0. And they're on the move again. Here's the pitch to Dart. Dart looking for the edge. Turns the corner, gets to the 41. Boy, he's still going. They finally blow it dead. It looked like they had ridden him down at the 41, but he stayed up somehow. He got it down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and short.
Brought down by number 25. Jacob Zollinger. Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs.
Well, now Mountain Crest on 3rd down and about 3 is going to take their time. We saw them on some short, 3rd and short, hurrying it up. This time they're going to huddle up near the sideline. The coach is kind of talking to Brady Hall, and Hall brings play back to the huddle. Ball at the Skyview 40-yard line. Mountain Crest with 8.5 to play in the half leads 3-0. Traditional old-fashioned slugfest, and they blow this play dead. Somebody's moving for the Mustangs. So for Mountain Crest, their second penalty.
False start on the Mustangs. 5-yard penalty. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs.
So now it's 3rd and 8. That takes a couple of pages out of the playbook. Limit you a little bit more if you're Dave Caressa. Hall under center. 2 backs behind him and 2 wide receivers. Hall's going to keep it. Looking downfield now, he's in big trouble. Hall slung down for a big loss. Loss of 11. He held the ball a long time. His receivers downfield, he had 2 guys running go patterns and another running something underneath. Nobody really separated. I thought he might try for that underneath. He's hit him a couple times for the first down, but he decided he wanted something more. Instead, he got hauled down for a big loss. Loss of 10.
Number 1, Brady Hall back to punt.
Hall's your punter.
Back in for the Bobcats, number 22, Tanner Stokes.
Hall a line drive kick. Mountain Crest is going to kill this thing inside, well, right at the 10. It took a sideways roll. He's heading for Preston, then turned left.
Hall's kick down at the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
So the Bobcats take over 1st and 10 now at their own 10-yard line. Mountain Crest leads 3-0 with 7:25 to play in this first half. It's been a slugfest. Skyview, the first time they've touched the ball here in the second quarter. They've got 34 yards on the ground, 12 through the air. So 46 yards of offense for Skyview. They were able to get a turnover, set them up around their own 30-yard line, and they couldn't do anything with it. Gain of a couple for Stokes.
Number 22, Tanner Stokes on the carry.
Mentioned Stokes and his 529 yards coming into the game. Mason Falsa, team's second leading rusher. He's averaging 5.7 per carry, 228 yards on 40 carries. And Falsa, you know, he'll throw the ball around a little bit, but he doesn't have a big average. 270 yards is all as they've run the ball more. Here's Stokes, breaking tackles, picking up a first down, and giving the Bobcats some breathing room. 15 yards. That was Allard.
A
little bit of a change-up. They go away from Stokes and go to Allard, so it's 1st and 10. Skyview now out at the 28-yard line. Falsely looking for Christensen, got him. Christensen out to the 39, and it's 11 yards and a first down. That was actually Carlos Hansen. Falsely now 3 of 7, 23 yards. And the Bobcats get themselves into a little bit of a rhythm, trailing 3-0. Quick give. And a gain of a yard. 6 minutes to play in the half.
Stokes on the carry.
Stokes has 9 carries, 36 yards. 4-yard average. The Bobcats are finding themselves in 2nd and long quite a bit. 4 wide receivers, Stokes in the backfield. And the Bobcats move too soon. We got a couple of different flags, and now the officials are going to talk about it. I don't know if somebody jumped from Mountain Crest, if they're going to see Mountain Crest jump, but the running back definitely ran forward before the ball was snapped. Did Mountain Crest jump off sides before that or because of that? It's offsides on Mountain Crest. So instead of 2nd and 9, 2nd down and 4. Mountain Crest with their 3rd penalty. Skyview yet to collect one with 5:03 to play in the first half. 2nd down and 4. Press coverage on the right side, the top of your screen, and they're laying off here on this down below. Now the corner backs off. Falseff's going to keep it. Dragged down in a hurry, but he looks like he might have the first down. Thomas Hansen made the tackle. Oh, it's close. He's going to be just short. So Stokes, or excuse me, Falseffe with 3 yards on the carry. 1 for 3 on 3rd down. 0 for 2 on 4th down. And it's 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats. With 4.5 to play in the half, and the Mustangs leading by 3. Mountain Crest crowding the line. Here's the give to Stokes. Oh, he's got it. Look out! He gets loose down the 10-yard line. The ball's free. They're going to say he was down first. Mountain Crest recovered it. And the back judge said he was down first. So that's going to be a 42-yard run on 3rd and a yard.
That brings up the Skyview.
That's one way to get a first down. And Mountain Crest had the line jammed. And Stokes came out of there. And once you get through that first wall, in a situation like that, there's usually going to be a lot of running room. Timeout Mountain Crest. Coaching staff wants to get him to regroup. The ball came free at the end of that run, but it wasn't until after he hit the ground. And the back judge saw it pretty clear. Mountain Crest came up with it in the end zone, but that's the right call, I believe, Skyview ball. So now Stokes has 78 yards on 10 carries. 42 of them coming right there. Aller 1 for 15 and Falseffe 3 for 4. Falseffe 3 of 7 for 23 yards. And Skyview, after trailing the whole first half, now has a chance to take the lead. As they've got the ball on the 10-yard line of Mountain Crest with 4:10 to play in the first half. 7-0 Logan over Ridgeline, and Green Canyon 7-0 over Bear River early in those ball games. And this one, with all the running that's going on and the lack of scoring, The clock's not stopping much, so it's been a quick first half.
First and 10 for the Bobcats. From the 10-yard line.
Paulson, give to Stokes. Picks his way down to about the 7. More like the 8, so 2 yards. I think that might have been Aller. Boy, those blue numbers are sure hard to see on those gray jerseys.
Second and goal for the Bobcats at the 8-yard line.
They look good. They really look good. I just wish I could see their numbers. Second and goal from the 8. We're going to give again, and a good push up front. Mountain Crest stops the runner just short. He's down at the 2.
21 Josh Allen carry brought down by number 53, Elijah Jackson.
Looks like Aller again.
For the Bobcats.
Third and goal at the 2. Falsov's going to keep. No signal yet. As the pile fell sideways, Falsov picked up a yard. It's going to be 4th and goal.
Keep up on number 12, Mason Falsov. Brought down to number 1, Brady Hall.
4th and goal at the 1. Skyview trailing Mountain Crest 3-0 with 2:40 to play in the half and the clock running. Skyview looking for the lead. Falsov's in the pistol. Here's the give right up the middle. He stood up. Mountain Crest with a goal line stand. They keep the Bobcats out of the end zone. After the big long run on 3rd and a yard.
Brought down by number 23, Hunter Schroeder.
Schroeder stood him up. In fact, he lost 2 yards.
First and 10 for the Mustangs.
The 3rd, 4th, and short for Skyview that they've been unable to convert. And now Mountain Crest takes it over at their own 2-yard line, leading by 3 with 2:24 to play in the half. Turn around and hand off the ball out across the 5 to about the 8. It's a huge play for the Mountain Crest defense. Skyview had been running the ball well that entire drive, and then they couldn't punch it in. And 3 feet away, 2nd and 4, and the Mustangs hurry up and they gain 5. Martindale with the tackle, one of the top tacklers on his team. Mountain Crest running the ball, but kind of hurrying it a little bit, but also just running the ball. 2 yards for Fuller. 4 carries, 16 yards for Fuller. 2nd and 8, the ball out about the 18-yard line. Mountain Crest is content to let some time run off the clock, leading 3-0. Hall's going to keep it on the quarterback draw. He's up to the 20. Picks up 2. Now they stop the clock. There's a flag over right where Hall was brought down. Personal foul, blow to the head against Skyview. So he picks up 2 yards plus.
Personal foul, targeting.
15 yards. It's the first penalty against Skyview, and it's the big kind. Mountain Crest has 3 for 15, and Skyview now has 1 for 15. That moves the ball clear out to the 36-yard line. Mountain Crest with 54 seconds on the clock. They've got 2 timeouts. Let's see if they start opening it up now a little bit. If they just keep grinding. They're going to grind. Pick up of about 4. Dart. 5 carries, 16 yards. Almost 5 yards where they spot that one. Mountain Crest just going to grind it. 20 seconds left. It looks like they're just going to grind it. See if they go up top. Hall running the stretch play. Skyview comes up. Out of bounds goes Dart. They're going to see his knee touched. The clock's running. He ran out of bounds. They're going to say his knee or the ball or something touched the ground. About the 39-yard line. Mountain Crest is not going to run another play. We're going to the locker room with a 3-0 ball game. Mountain Crest leads Skyview at the half. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel.
Tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Why are we starting to lose our hearing? Is it genetic? Is it environmental? What's happening to us?
There's many things. Genetics can take a part of it. Certain medications, ototoxic drugs, but most of it's just life, living in general. We go to a concert here, we go to a motorcycle rally, we ride a motorcycle, we're exposed to all these loud sounds, loud music, but it all takes a little bit of hearing. A little bit here, a little bit there. We don't notice it. It's so slowly happening and it's painless, and over time just that little bit compounds and pretty soon we have a significant hearing loss that's affecting our ability to communicate with our loved ones.
If you are experiencing any kind of problem, be you my age or be you younger, why don't you give Dr. Daines a call here at Cache Valley Hearing. Tell us where we are, Dr. Daines, and how they can get hold of you.
We're at 485 North Main Street in Logan, and you can just give us a call at 435-753-4327. We're at 753-HEAR here.
Okay, well that's a good, that's very apt. Yeah, I should say so. Any kind of hearing loss, and literally, please don't let this feeling of embarrassment or it not being manly or cool, that's, you know, that's a bit dim. You shouldn't be embarrassed about something that is a natural aging process.
It's actually more noticeable when you don't hear and have to have people to repeat themselves.
That's true. And extremely irritating for those around you that are having to repeat it time and time again. Thanks so much, Dr. Daines. And seriously, guys, give Dr. Daines a call. Your hearing problems will be solved. Thanks, Dr. Daines. Most furnaces do a pretty good job. They're tucked away, out of sight, out of mind. We don't usually think too much about them. They don't need much. They quietly do their job. A typical high-quality furnace today is rated to provide you with 10 to 15 years of reliable service. But no matter how good they are to begin with, they just don't last forever. It's their job to heat up and cool down, heat up and cool down again. Hour after hour, day after day for years. They constantly expand and contract, expand and contract. Eventually, the metal is weakened and then it's time to quit. But the question is, when? If your furnace is getting up there in years, you may want to schedule an inspection. Now, of course, nobody wants to replace a perfectly good furnace. We all want to get as much life out of them as we can. On the other hand, isn't it always better to know if you're about to be literally left out in the cold? Most problems arise when you're not expecting them. Chances are your furnace might decide it's time to quit at the most inconvenient time possible. However, Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning offers 24/7 emergency services. Just call the number on your screen. They'll rush their highly trained and factory qualified technicians to you. They'll analyze the problem and determine if what you need is a simple fix or a complete install. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning is a family-owned local company. They've been serving Cache Valley homes and businesses for over 20 years with dependable residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services. They'll also help you with your gas fireplaces, heat pumps and water heaters. They're fast and they're reliable. Their customer satisfaction ratings are very high. They'll do simple repairs, replacements, new construction and commercial applications. They're courteous and professional, bonded and insured and up to date on the very latest technology. They'll troubleshoot the problem and quote you a flat rate price before starting any project. They'll service and repair all brands of furnaces, heaters and air conditioners. If it's a replacement that you end up needing, they carry only the top lines like Lennox, Tempstar and Grand Air, and they maintain a large inventory of replacement parts to keep service times to a minimum, and of course all repairs are guaranteed. Don't forget to ask about financing, special discounts for seniors and veterans and special online promotions. So give them a call. You and your furnace will be glad you did.
Every morning I'm excited for those opportunities because it's a chance for me to get better. It all kind of started when I was younger. My dad founded the Titans Youth Foundation.
We didn't want to put athletics above family and above values.
You know, when we were young, we started participating in food drives, helping out in the community.
It makes us strive to do more things.
I usually go to Nolan and ask for help, and he'll usually say, yeah, sure, I'll try to help, but I don't really get it that much either, and then he flawlessly explains it.
4.0 and varsity athlete, you can't really beat that.
Nolan's so exceptional because he's doing things that he loves doing. He works very, very hard. The stuff he's done with the food bank here, the stuff he's done in Liberia, the Mr. Union contest last year. Now the little babies in the neonatal unit have a heart monitor for every baby because of him and the other guys in the Mr. Union.
Well, you've got to go out there and you've got to take risk.
The roles that I've played a part in demand leadership, and it's being constructive with others, it's learning from others.
You know, he just has a great work ethic, and you know, he's a good teammate too, so the kids respect him and they like him. For everything that he's done academically, athletically, and all of his student work outside of school.
I want to give every single thing that I have to my team, and to know that win or lose, I did everything I could to help make it possible.
Every time the bar gets raised, it's time to go higher.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I feel like that's a testament to me. I'm not the most talented, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest. If I do everything that I can in my will every single day to give everything I have and take chances when necessary, that's where greatness occurs.
That's why
Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley specialist for 60 years. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning, give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herm's Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. ASPEN Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years. Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Eric Olson along with you as Skyview trails Mountain Crest at the half. 3-0. Mountain Crest will get the ball to start the second half. And taking a look at the numbers in the first half, well, Skyview owns the edge there, but the only number that counts is the ones on the scoreboard. 100 yards on the ground for Skyview. A 42-yard run. We said it was by Tanner Stokes. Checking into that at the half with the booth here. They actually credited that to Aller. So Aller has 63 yards on 4 carries, including that 42-yarder. And that takes Stokes down to 11 carries for 34 yards. But 100 yards rushing for Skyview. 23 yards through the air is it for the Bobcats. 123 total yards. They had 34 yards rushing in the first quarter, 12 yards passing for 46 total yards there in that first quarter, 77 total yards in the second quarter. So a pretty good second quarter statistically for Skyview, but they were stuffed twice from the 1 yard line. Couldn't get the ball into the end zone late in that first half. They really should either have a tie game or be up in this ball game. Mountain Crest with only 72 total yards, 37 on the ground, 35 through the air. They had 35 at the end of the first quarter, so 37 there in the second quarter. And each team has a turnover, a fumble for each team. We're looking for updated scores from the other games going on. Logan taking on Ridgeline and Bear River and Green Canyon. You have to, is this kick's gonna go into the end zone? Nope, it's gonna be the 1 yard line. Returned out to about the 16, that's where Mountain Crest will start, leading 3-0. We said earlier that Green Canyon had a 7-0 lead on Bear River. They flipped that score around now. Now it's reading 14-0. Bear River leading Green Canyon that one. Close to halftime, and Logan leads Ridgeline 10-0 at the half. So Logan looking to go to 6-0. Skyview and Logan next week right here in Smithfield. So Mountain Crest has kept the ball on the ground a lot. Both teams really have here in this ball game so far. Now they spread things out, try to make some running lanes for Brady Hall. Hall has 7 carries for -3 yards. They've really bottled him up. Picks up 5 on that one. So now he's in positive territory. Skyview defensively, their defensive front has done an outstanding job against Hall. Now they're back in the spread. Hall comes up, now backs out into the gun. He's going to keep following Dart. Hall into the secondary, puts his head down, and he's right near the first down marker. He's got it. 5 yards for Hall and a first down. Hall Hall averaging almost 5 yards a carry, 333 yards and 71 carries. 516 yards through the air, so just over 100 yards per game.
False pass complete. Number 21, Anthony Lopez. Brought down by number 82,
They run a little pass to, looked like it was Ethan Wilson. He lost a yard.
The Mustangs.
Can't look down at your stat sheet for a second. Crest changes up their tempo so much. Now Hall on the center with an I formation. He's going to turn and give. I believe that's Darkness. Picks up the yard that was lost on first down. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Number 23, Hunter Schroeder on the carry. Brought down by 82,
Schroeder with the carry.
81 on the play. 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs.
Mountain Crest 3 of 6 in the first half on 3rd down. As we approach the 9-minute mark here of the 3rd quarter, Mountain Crest leading 3-0. Hall rolls near side. Looks downfield, has a man crossing and can't hit. Big number 44.
First pass incomplete. Number 44, Glenn Rogers as your intended receiver. That brings up 4th and 10 for the Mustangs.
4th and 10. Mountain Crest will have to punt. He's got 44 all night on that crossing pattern if he wants it. Earlier he took a sack, speaking of Hall, because I don't know if he didn't see him or if he wanted a bigger play, but he had him there and he didn't put the ball on him. So a missed opportunity for the Mountain Crest offense. Hall has it blocked. Ball's in the end zone. It's a foot race to it. Skyview's going to win it. Touchdown, Bobcats. See who that was that recovered it, but Skyview, after all that offensive futility in the first half, they get on the board and they've got the lead. Picks up, kicks good. It's 7-3 Skyview, 9:04 to play in the 3rd. Back at Smithfield, Skyview takes the lead with their offense not even taking the field. The special teams putting it in the end zone for Skyview again. Hall was back to punt and it was a jailbreak. 4 Bobcats right in his lap. And he kicked it right into the chest of one of them. It goes to the end zone and the Bobcats recover for the touchdown and now lead 7-3 with 8:58 to play in the 3rd quarter. So the Mustang offense will come back out. See if they open it up a little bit more now, or if they just keep on grinding. I could not see the number of the player that blocked it or recovered it. I was watching for him to get to the sideline, then lost him in the mass of humanity. So I apologize. May have been Jacob Zollinger. Here's the give and a big hit put on Jay Stark. He's going to lose 2.
Lost the 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 for the Mustangs.
So the Mustangs in 2nd and 12. It was Zollinger on the recovery. Nobody else in the booth could tell who got the block. There were 4 Bobcats right there. The first time Mountain Crest punted, they just about got to it. Hall, plenty of time. Now he runs to his left, turns the corner, steps out of bounds. He had 3 receivers out in the pocket. He turned, looked, didn't spend much time on his reads, and then took off. And he picked up about 4. Where they're going to spot it, it's going to be 5. Third down, 3 of 7 for the Mustangs as they find themselves behind now 7-3 with 8:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. They forced a turnover on Skyview's first possession. They were able to get a field goal out of it, led the entire way, and then a punt block recovered in the end zone. Hall's got room. This one's coming back. It's going to be a hold on the Mustang line. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. Let's see if they take the penalty and give Brady Hall another chance. It's holding on Mountain Crest. And I think Coach Robinson's saying back him up.
Flag on the play.
And they are going to back him up.
On the Mustangs.
Offensively, Mountain Crest has been less than impressive in this ball game. Could have a lot to do with a pretty stout Skyview defense. It's pretty much just loading up for Bear against the run, saying, fine, you go ahead and beat us with the pass. Well, Mountain Crest hasn't, and they haven't really tried. 7 passes thrown by Hall. This is going to be number 8, and it's 3rd and long. Lots of time, good protection. Standing back there. Now he unloads. He's got a man beyond the sticks. First down. Huge play.
Pass complete to number 22.
18 yards, 19 on 3rd, and 18. And plenty of time for Brady Hall. Hall takes the snap and he hesitates for a moment. And he runs right up the back of his guard and center and picks up a yard. I mean, Hall stood back there and hopped around, bounced on his feet, looked from right to left and back to the left again. Ordered a pizza, had it delivered, finished it, and then finally found his man. Offensive line's given up a sack and a few negative yardage plays tonight, but they did a fine job on that play. 2nd and 9. Hall's going to keep Hall off the left side. And it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Right down by number 3, Big Bagley. Uniform play, 3rd and 5. Mustangs.
So the ball near midfield. Skyview leads 7-3 with 6:40 to play in the 3rd period. Eric Olson here with you on the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Lots of people are doing this now. We've been doing it longer. Hall's going to fake the give. Hit as he throws, nearly picked off. It is picked off. It bounces off one of the Bobcats into the hands of another. And he's got blockers. Finally taken down by Hall inside the 25-yard line. That was Scout Morris. Scout Morris picks it off, the senior. There is a flag back at the 41. He had returned it down inside the 25. This may be on Mountain Crest. So Hall with the turnover. Bounced off his intended receiver,
Went past his intended receiver, and they call an illegal block in the back, an illegal use of the hands on Mountain Crest. So tack on the penalty. The Mustangs with their 5th. And suddenly Skyview with the lead and a chance to extend it. And the way the Skyview defense has played against the Mountain Crest offense tonight, 14 points might be enough to win this ball game. But as they say, famous last words. So there's the turnover. Hall with the pick. Falsev's got running room if he wants it. Turns the corner. Inside the 10. Touchdown. 19 yards for Mason Falsev. No flags. So it's been a third quarter to forget for Brady Hall. He has a punt block that's returned for a touchdown, then he throws an interception that's returned deep into Mount Crest territory, and Mason Falslev runs it in on the very next play. And just like that, the Skyview offense has run one offensive play in the second half. They've scored 14 points. 5:54 to play in the third. Skyview 14-3. Pick by Scout Morris. One play later, Skyview's in the end zone, 19 yards from Mason Falslev on the run. And a blocked punt and an interception on Mountain Crest's first 2 possessions this second half. And suddenly Skyview is in control. And the way the Skyview defense has bottled up this Mountain Crest offense, I said it before the break, and I really think at 14 might be enough to win this one. But crazier things have happened. It's hard to imagine the Skyview defense just all of a sudden forgetting how to play football. Let's see if the Mustang offense can make some plays. You talk about explosives, explosive type plays. Plays of 20 yards or more. For the Mountain Crest Mustangs, 0. They have a 19-yard pass play. And that's been their longest play of the night. Their next longest was 10. Here's the pitch. Dart looking for the edge. Skyview had that one strung out. A yard for Dart. 7 carries, 15 yards for Dart. Hall has 12 for 17. Schroeder has 3 for 9. Fuller 4 for 16. Second and 9, Hall's going to keep. Nothing doing. It's going to be a loss.
Hall on the carry. Brought down by number 52, Jackson Bird.
He lost a couple of yards. Third down.
Third down and 11 for the Mustangs.
Mountain Crest was just playing smash mouth, grinded out football in that first half, keeping the ball away from the Skyview offense. And they were playing stout defense. Everything that can go wrong has for the Mustangs here in this third quarter. Hall turns the corner, ridden out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. He's going to be 3 yards short of the first down. He picks up 8, and it's 4th and 3.
Hall on the carry, brought down by number 25, Jacob Zollinger.
Zollinger recovered the blocked punt for the touchdown with the tackle. It's 4th and 3. Mountain Crest will punt. Hall's your punter. Now he's going to go up under center. Skyview comes up with him. He's going to try to pull him off sides. Now they're going to get back in their punt formation. They were close to the first one that Hall kicked, and they blocked his second one. They get it again! Out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Skyview's offense with a short field again. Hall's first kick was a line drive. It wasn't high. His second one, they were right at his foot when he was going to kick it. That one, they weren't in his face, but he kicked another line drive. And he is more of it's a rugby type kick. He doesn't run with it, but he doesn't get a lot of height and arch on his kick. And one of the Skyview Bobcats got a hand up there and blocked the kick. First and goal at the 8-yard line for Skyview. They lead 14-0 with 4:12 to play in the third. Mountain Crest wants a do-over on this third quarter. It's been a nightmare for them. Here's the give, up inside, down near the goal line, but just short goes the runner.
Stokes on the carry.
That's Stokes down to the 2.
Brought down by number 33, Elijah Jackson.
Jackson
second goal from the 2-yard line.
Takes him down, second and goal. Ball at the 2. Stokes in the backfield with Falsla. Give it to Stokes again. Good push up front. Stokes in the end zone. 3 straight scores for Skyview. They've run 3 offensive plays. Here in this third quarter, they've scored 21 points. The game that Mountain Crest controlled the whole first half has come undone for the Mustangs here in the third. There's still 3:32 to play in the third. They may want to just start going for it on 4th down. 21-3, 3:32 to play in the third. Skyview leads.
Ew. Ew.
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
You're looking for 6 in a row over Mountain Crest. They've won the last 5, and they're well on their way, 21-3. When I said after the second touchdown that 14 points probably enough to win this game, I'm pretty confident that 21 will. Again, there's still a quarter plus 3.5 minutes left, though. Mountain Crest just has to get something going. Fuller changes direction, didn't even signal. Out to the 26-yard line, and that's where Mountain Crest will take over. This whole third quarter has been played right about where the ball is right now. In fact, Mountain Crest had moved the ball out near midfield. And then Hall threw the interception. Since then, it's stayed back here on right around the 20, 25-yard line, between the 20 and the 30. Skyview leads 21-3, 3:25 to play in the third. They run the stretch play to Dart. Dart looking for the edge, just can't find it.
22, G-Start.
They've run that play, trying to get to that edge, and Skyview's just stretching them out, not letting them get there.
And 1 on the play, 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs.
Dart, 8 carries, 4 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, 2, 1, and 1. The longest run from scrimmage tonight by any of the Mustangs. Brady Hall has 2 runs of 8 yards. Skyview just loading up to stop the run. Here's Hall putting his head down. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Brady Hall on carry. Right down by number 5, Titan Saxton.
3rd and about 3. It's Hall picked up 6.
And 6 on the play.
29 yards on 15 carries for Hall. Throwing the ball, Hall is 6 of 8. 53 yards and 1 interception. Both of the turnovers tonight were pretty similar. They were balls that were kind of looked like completions and then batted loose, and somebody came up with it for the defense. They went the other way. They try up the middle. It was 3rd and 2, and they got 1.
Number 23, Hunter Schroeder on carry.
Schroeder, yeah, he gets, it's 3rd and 3, he got 2.
4th and 1 for the Mustangs.
4th and 1, what does Mountain Crest do now? Everything is going Skyview's way. Do you kick it away? I mean, the way your punt game's been going has been disaster, punting the ball. You may as well just go for it. But again, Skyview has been super against the run. Lead blocker, they give, and it's a 1st down. Is that Schroeder or Dart? I think it was Schroeder. He needed a yard, he got 2. 1st down.
And a 3 on the play. That results in the Mustangs 1st down.
Under a minute to play in the third. Mountain Crest trails by 3 scores. 21-3. Everybody coming for Skyview. Hall gets through the first wave, picks up about 4.
Pretty hard,
He can blitz against the pass, and he can blitz against the run, and that was a run blitz. Hall picks up 4. So often you see against a blitz like that, a run blitz like that, if you get past those first guys, there's a lot of running room. Skyview did a pretty good job of filling the lanes behind the blitzers. And Skyview is just pretty much selling out against that run. Oh, Skyview's offsides. It's going to be 2nd and less than a yard with 2.4 seconds to play in the third. Let's see, that might give him a 1st down. It looked like a long 5. No, that's going to give him a 1st down. And they wind the clock, and that's the end of the third quarter. A disaster for Mountain Crest, a thing of beauty for the Bobcats. They lead 21-3 as they go to the 4th.
Vehicle won't start? We can fix that. Not running right? We can fix that. Won't stop? We can fix that. Auto Evolution. Honest service at a fair price on Airport Road.
An eventful third quarter for Skyview. A couple of blocked punts, one recovered for a touchdown. An interception returned deep into Mountain Crest territory, and on the next play, Skyview punches it in. They ran 3 offensive plays, scored 3 touchdowns. 2 of them on the offensive side, 1 on special teams. And that's really how Skyview's been doing it this year. They haven't looked overwhelming, and sometimes they really haven't looked great. Yet they keep winning ball games and finding ways to win, and winning them with all phases of the game. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They fake the pitch and give underneath. Fuller has trouble with the handoff, but eventually tucks it in and picks up 5 yards. Mountain Crest getting into a little bit of a rhythm here. The problem is they're down by 18 points. And they can't be putting together 5-minute drives when there's 11 and a half minutes left in the game and you're down 3 scores. This is where that real lack of big playmakers on the edges hurts Mountain Crest. They have guys that have made plays, but they just really don't have the playmakers like they have in the past. Here comes the blitz off the corner. Hall does a good job hanging on and waiting with a guy bearing down on him, and he hits Olson for the first down. 7 yards. And that stops the clock until they set the chains. Now they've got them set. Start it again. The Mustangs huddling up. Got to score a touchdown here if they want any chance. Skyview's defense has been stingy. 3-4 look. Hall. This man on the edge. Pick up about 7. Arnell.
Brendan Arnell.
His first grab.
Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs.
The clock continues to run with 10 minutes to play in the ball game. 21-3. Skyview leads Mountain Crest. All 21 of Skyview's points in the 3rd quarter. Ball keeps. Has a man wide open in the end zone, or near the end zone. Stumbles his way into it for the touchdown. 33 yards. Hall put it right on him.
Elijah Jackson.
Jackson with the grab.
Touchdown.
Hall's at 100 yards passing. PAT is good. It's 21-10. Skyview will have the ball when we come back with 9:52 to play in the game.
Hi, Cache Valley. This is Fernando over the Factory Pizzeria. We're running a special right now. We're giving a free nachos when you buy a large pizza with 3 toppings. Just mention this out and you're gonna get a free nachos every time you come. The Factory Pizzeria is located in 119 South Main, below the Gia's in the basement. Come see as soon as you can. Thank you.
Mountain Crest makes it 21-10. Skyview scored 21 points in that 3rd quarter. So it can be done. You have to get turnovers to help. Skyview, though, offensively, I think held the ball less than a minute and a half in that 3rd quarter. Oh, Stokes takes a lick. Oh my gosh. Elijah Jackson, OM gosh. Blam, he catches a touchdown pass and then follows it up with that. They just asked the ball carrier what day it was. He said Finland. My goodness. Well, Skyview still in control, 21-10, 9:48 to play. And their offense should be plenty fresh. Spread look. Falsov at the quarterback. Falsov's going to keep. Juking, jiving. Picking up 6.
Quincy Falsov on the keeper. Brought down by number 7, Cameron Olson. Getting 6 on the play, 2nd and 4.
Camden Olson takes him down. Falsov 6 carries, 30 yards. Second and 4. Mountain Crest bringing 4. Falsov's got running room. Breaks the pocket, on the move. Gets a block. Back to the middle. Finally brought down after a huge gain. 43 yards for Falsov.
That results in a Skyview.
Man, watching that play, you can almost hear the Three Stooges over the top of that. Whoop, 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 whoop. My goodness. In, out, back, center, left.
Center for Bobcats, number 14, Cape Ballard.
Big gain for Falsov. Timeout, Skyview.
Timeout.
Skyview couldn't do a thing offensively in the first half. They had one big play and then got stuffed at the goal line twice, didn't score. And now here in this second half, you got a 19-yard run from Falsov, a 43-yard run from Falsov.
Again, Skyview High School is proud to team up with Northern Regional Orthopedics and Sports Medicine to provide top quality sports medicine care.
They've run 5 plays
for Skyview Athletics.
Here in this half, Skyview has. And in those 5 plays, let's see, 58, 57, 76 yards in those 5 plays for Skyview. The first half, they had 123 total. Right up the gut, nothing much there. Is that Aller or Stokes? It's Aller. No gain.
By number 55, White Larson. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10. Bobcats working the clock. Holding on to a 21-10 lead, 8:05 to play in the game. Falsov escapes somehow, and then he is walloped. And there's a flag in the backfield.
Keeps it.
It's a hold on Skyview. I wondered if they were going to get Mountain Crest for a hands to the face, or if it was going to be a hold. I saw a little bit of both going on. So that stops the clock right at 8 minutes. And that's going to back up the Bobcats a long way. Because that's from the spot of the foul, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That's only the Bobcats' 3rd penalty. 3 for 30. And that makes it 2nd and a lot. 2nd and about 25. And they were moving again. Running back was leaning forward. They got him.
False start on the Bobcats, 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Second and 30. Skyview's taking their time. Really in any hurry, leading 21-10 with 7:35 to play in the game. confuse their offense as defense. Ball slip. Under pressure. He just keeps it. Spins out of trouble. Down to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 7 as they spotted at the 41. He's got 80 yards on 8 carries. His big one a few minutes ago, the 43-yarder. We thought we might see Ballard tonight. Tate Ballard. I think it was in the game plan to possibly see him, but we haven't seen him yet at quarterback. Maybe get Falslip out on the edge into some patterns. They still could go to him. Falslip. Pressured out of the pocket. Unloads. All sorts of contact in the end zone. No flags. There is a flag back at the 49, holding on Skyview. Mountain Crest can get after the passer. They've got 17 sacks in 5 games. They've flushed Falslip a few times here tonight. And there have been a couple of holding penalties. I mean, they get into the backfield. We've talked about Skyview's defensive front being able to do that. And that was 3rd down. There was a lot of contact in the end zone at the other end. And no flag thrown there. And Skyview will have to punt. This may be their first punt of the night. I'm trying to remember. Maybe their second. Boy, Scott Mountain Crest coming after it, and the punter ends up on the ground. And the ball's free, and Skyview's there. Who's got it? They said the ball was touched by one of the rushers, so that's why they didn't throw the flag. Whose ball is it? Whose ball is it? They still haven't. The officials still haven't given an indication. Skyview says it's their ball. And the officials, I guess, agree. They never really, I never saw an indication, but the Skyview offense is coming out. So another turnover for Mountain Crest. Two blocked punts, 2 fumbles in this game. You never try to field a punt when it's inside your 15-yard line. Just as the ball got there, he was hit. Here's the give. This drive right here is to put the ball game away. 6 minutes to play. Skyview 21-10. And they will take their time. I was talking to Coach Robinson before the game about his offense and his defense. And he was telling me how, you know, we like to use our offense sometimes as defense. You know, get into that 4-minute offense, run some time off the clock, give the defense a rest, and sometimes, you know, shorten the game. I don't think he's really interested in scoring 50 points a game. He's interested in getting wins. Here's the give, bouncing it outside, looking for the end zone and finding it. Is Skyview. There's a flag at the 2. Holding on the Bobcats. Another holding call. Well, that's going to back them up back to the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd down from the 12. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, the plus side, no way, they had it down. They had the flag down at the 2. They're going to say it happened at the 5. They're going to push it all the way back to the 15. So it's going to be 2nd and 13. The plus side, if you're Skyview, is, well, you could have put the game away with a score, but it's 2nd down and the clock's running. Falslip looking to throw. Now he's running. Taken down. Mountain Crest with another sack. Loss of 6.
Now it's 3rd and long, 2 of 7 on 3rd down for Skyview. They need to get to the 2-yard line for a 1st down at the 23. So it's 3rd and 21. Under 5 minutes to play. Skyview leading by 11, 21-10. 2-score ball game. Another flag. Skyview moving early. As they blow it dead. They were. The Bobcats moving early. 6 penalties now. 40 yards.
Third down.
Skyview call timeout? No, Mountain Crest. I would say, why would Skyview call timeout? Mountain Crest calls timeout. Clock, a firm ally of the Bobcats, who scored 21 points in the 3rd quarter, if you're just joining us. Mountain Crest led 3-0. They scored early in the game off a field goal after a Skyview turnover, and then it was a defensive battle the rest of the half. Mountain Crest kept Skyview out of the end zone late in the 1st half. They had 3rd and goal from the 1, and on 2 tries couldn't punch it in. Then to start the 2nd half, Mountain Crest couldn't really get anything going. Back to punt. Brady Hall gets the punt blocked. It's recovered in the end zone for a Skyview touchdown. Next possession. Mountain Crest gets a little bit of a drive going. Brady Hall throws an interception that's returned deep into Mountain Crest territory to the 19. Then Skyview 1 play later, they're in the end zone. Mason Falslev with the 19-yard run, and then it's 14-3. Then another blocked punt by Skyview. Sets them up deep in Mountain Crest territory, and they get on the board again to make it 21-3. Mountain Crest threw a touchdown pass. Now Mountain Crest looks like they're offsides. Skyview with a couple of penalties here, and now another flag, and it's offside on Mountain Crest.
5-yard penalty. Brings up 3rd down, 22.
So it's 3rd and, let's see, the ball to 3rd and 21 still. See if they come after Falslev. They're rushing 4. Falslev over the middle, and he throws it wide of his man, just a little too tall. And it's 4th down. And the clock stops with the incomplete pass. See what Skyview elects to do here. Just go for it on 4th down. If you're kicking a field goal here, it's about a 40-yarder. That's a long field goal. They'll just go for it. And they will. 4:34 to play in the ball game. And now Skyview calls timeout. It's 4th and 21. You don't want to turn it over. If you turn it over on downs, then, well, Mountain Crest has the ball at the 23-yard line. So it's not like you're giving up great field position to them. But if you throw a pick that can be returned, that's not what you want to do. For those of you that are with us on our live stream, looking at some of the other scores, Bear River still leads Green Canyon, but now it's 14-10. That one in the 3rd quarter. It's probably gone 4th quarter by now. And the last score we had out of that Logan Ridgeline game was at halftime. Logan leading Ridgeline 10-0. So haven't seen an update on that one. Boy, now Skyview's decided they're going to kick it. It'll be a 40-yarder. It'd be a strange place to fake it on 4th and 21.
In the kick for the Bobcats, number 34, Miller Corman.
This to make it a 2-touchdown lead. He may have it. No, it looked good from here. Both officials walked forward, looked at each other, and then said, no, it wasn't. So I don't know if it was wide one way or the other. We're a long way away. I'm in a booth up near the 50-yard line. It had enough leg. It looked all right from here, but it missed. So Mountain Crest takes over their own 22-yard line, trailing 21-10 with 4:27 to play in this ball game. Skyview trying to move to 6-0. Mountain Crest trying to break the Bobcat jinx. 5 straight wins in this rivalry by Skyview. Mountain Crest had won the previous 5. It's been all Skyview since. Brady Hall's going to have to put the ball in the air. Unless he gets flushed out of the pocket like this. He picks up a couple of blocks downfield. He's up to about the 27-yard line, gain of 5.
Get 8 on the play, 7-2.
They're going to push him a little bit further up than that, 7 yards. Hall, jump pass. Was it picked? He threw it over his receiver's head right into the hands of one of the Bobcats. And that'll probably do it. Tony Torres leads the team with interceptions with 3 now. Hall's thrown 2 interceptions. He's had 2 punts blocked. And the Mustangs have fumbled twice. Skyview's offense will trot back on the field. 2 timeouts for the Mustangs with 3:58 to play in the ball game. The Bobcats with a chance to finally put this one away. Falsup's going to keep tripped up. Boy, he had some running room.
Falsup on the keeper. Tripped up by number 50, Thomas Hansen.
Thomas Hansen reaches a big paw out there. If he doesn't trip Falsup up, there may be more points on the board. Falsup 74 yards on 10 carries. Under 3.5 to play in the game. Falsup's going to hand it off. It's going to be 3rd and 5 after the 2-yard gain. Stokes has 44 yards on 14 carries. Mountain Crest uses one of their last 2 timeouts.
Timeout, Mountain Crest.
As the clock continues to drain. We're keeping an eye on that Logan Ridgeline score. Last score we had, it was halftime. It was 10-0 Logan. Because if Logan wins that game, they go to 6-0. Skyview hangs on here, they go to 6-0. And next week on the Valley Channel, we got 2 teams that are 6-0. And by the immutable laws of the universe, if 2 teams enter a game 6-0, only one will exit the game undefeated. State law. 3rd and 5. Skyview's 2 of 8 on 3rd down. Here's the stretch. It looks like they run it to Aller, and he's going to lose yardage.
Touchdown carry brought down by number 33, Elijah Jackson. Lost of 3 on the play. 4th down for the Bobcats.
177 yards rushing for Skyview. They had 100 at the half. Skyview's going to have to punt. They're going to take their time. There's 2.5 minutes to play in the game, a game they lead 21-10. In fact, they could almost take the penalty. The back judge is counting, and they are going to go ahead and take the penalty, Skyview is.
7 penalties for Skyview. It's one thing they
Delay game on the Bobcats.
have had some problems with tonight, especially against their offense. Defensively, the Bobcats really done a pretty good job of keeping Brady Hall in check. Not a lot of running lanes for him. Dart, only 16 yards on 8 carries. 40 yards and 17 carries for Hall. $90 yards rushing in total for Mountain Crest. This one's going to get to the end zone. Boy, that one looked like it might stop. Gets to the end zone, and the Mustangs trail by 2 scores. They need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal to tie. And there's 2:04 to play. They have 1 timeout left. They're 80 yards away from the end zone against a Skyview defense that's played very well tonight. 5 wide receivers for Hall. 4-man rush, and Hall's just going to run. Hall's going to pick up 11. That stops the clock while they move the chains.
Hall on carry. Right down to number 3, Peyton Bagley. Being 12 on the play results in Mustang first down.
Same formation as they spread it out with 5 wide receivers. This time Hall's going to throw. He goes underneath to Fuller. Fuller knocked out of bounds after a gain of 8. Hall 10 completions for 108 yards and a touchdown, but he's thrown a couple of interceptions. Coming into the game tonight, Hall had thrown 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. And now he's 5-5. Hall's got time. Now he breaks out of the pocket, nearly falls down. Looks downfield, has a man. Into Skyview territory, down to the 45. Goes his receiver, a 15-yard gain.
Number 22, Jay Starr. The results in Mustang first down. Ball at the 45-yard line.
1:26 to play in the ball game. Hall, a bullet over the middle, and it's incomplete. You could hear that one up here hit the pads of his receiver. Burgess. No, I don't think that was Burgess. Was it Burgess 44 or was it Baldwin 12? I thought it might have been Burgess. (21-10) Skyview, 1:20 to play in the ball game. Ball at the Skyview 45. Mountain Crest on life support. Hall throwing to the edge, incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete. Number 24, Darren Burgess, the receiver.
That's his 15th pass of the ball game. He's 11 for 15. 117 yards and a touchdown. But again, those 2 interceptions, the 2 punts blocked in the 3rd quarter and that interception, I'm sure that's one that he'll just want to forget about in that 3rd quarter. 1:15 to play on 3rd and 10. Lots of time for Hall. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. He was right at the 45-yard line when he started to throw. I don't think he was past it. And the officials say the same. They didn't have nearly as good angles I did. I'm right there. And he started to throw it behind that 45-yard line. On the follow-through, he was past it. But now it's 4th and 10. For Mountain Crest, that was their 13th 3rd down. They're 4 of 13. They controlled this game in the first half. And it all got away from them in the 3rd.
Hall, lots of time again. Unloads, back across his body, and the receiver dropped it. That's the ball game. 58 seconds left. Skyview takes over. Skyview's going to go to 6-0 and win their 6th in a row over Mountain Crest. It really became a rivalry in 1987 when Mountain Crest beat Skyview for the first time ever, and they did it in a state championship game up at then Ronamy Stadium. Mountain Crest won the bulk of the games after that for the next 10 years. About the next 10 to 12 years. And then ever since then, it's been back and forth. And now Skyview has won 6 of the last 11. Mountain Crest will take their last timeout with 55 seconds.
Timeout, Mountain Crest.
This has always been a pretty good rivalry. It's interesting to talk to people and say, well, what's your #1 rivalry? I think eventually Ridgeline and Mountain Crest. Ridgeline will become Mountain Crest's #1 rival. I don't think they're there yet. It's early. And Logan and Skyview is the longest running rivalry in the Valley, obviously. It always seems like there's a lot of juice at these Mountain Crest Skyview games. Watching the Skyview sideline, they're pretty dang happy about getting this win. Coach Robinson, after the 4th down, he met his players out on the field and was giving out hugs like it was Christmas time, and he was wearing a red suit. Also takes another knee. They may have to reset the clock one more time. They may have to take one more snap. The Skyview's made it 6 in a row over the Mustangs. Skyview defensively only giving up 10 points. Green Canyon leads Bear River in the 4th quarter, 17-14. Logan leads Ridgeline in the 4th, 17-7. It'll be Logan and Skyview on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel next week. Maybe a match of undefeateds as Skyview moves to 6-0 with the win over crosstown rival Mountain Crest. The Mustangs fall to 3-3. We hope you enjoyed the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Tune in next time. We will see you next time on the Valley Channel. The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley specialist for 60 years. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning, give us a call, you'll be glad you did. Herm's Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. ASPEN Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.